Yeah, and suicide is yeah. It cannot be.
Select your hero.
Let's see, who do I want to play here? Let's do it. Let's do it.
Going to have a great time.
Wicked, where are you?
Here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But yeah, Wicked, freaking. So the epiphany that I had yesterday, right, was just like I was actually legitimately gonna fucking like end my life. I'm not gonna lie. But
Why?
after watching that movie, because like life doesn't make really a lot of sense to me, right? Or at least the reason for our existence is the reason that I feel the reason to say that, because essentially it's just like the reality of that movie is that I'm not the only one, but I realized that what they said in the movie was actually mad profound, because they were talking, the Kens are saying that the reason that they were fighting is because they don't understand who they are, and that actually makes a whole lot of fucking sense to me, because if you think about it, right, like we want us as people, we want ourselves to be at an okay standpoint against each other, right? Or like there's some things that a lot of people agree on, and there's some things that a lot of people don't, like such as religion, right? And we use that to define ourselves on a daily basis. So at the end of the day, the reason that we're mad at each other is because we have to stick to these rules that we've created for ourselves, right? So when it comes to that, right? Ooh, 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 ooh. But when no, please. But at the end of the day, right? Because we force ourselves to abide by these religious rules, right? They become a part of us, and we never really get to truly understand who we are as people. And the reason that we fight is because we're fighting for the religion, not for the reason for ourselves, you know? Shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what knocked me? Was that the... Oh, okay. I literally couldn't see that. I don't know what knocked me back. And some people might look at it and be like, bro, that's the Barbie movie. And I'm like, dude, I don't give a shit. That was a good fucking movie. That was the realest shit I've ever seen in a movie. And I watched Spaceman. Like, that comes as a close second for me. I'm not gonna lie to you. Also, Brig having this new ultimate like this, I fucking love it. I can't deny that. Even though I'm like going up against it and stuff, it's just like, this is right, you know?
Mm.
Because in all honesty, in my opinion, it's actually really stupid to fight for just about any reason. Right? Unless it's to, like,
So,
defend somebody
well,
or yourself.
for me, honestly, it's like I understand depression. I've dealt with it. I've been, in a
I
hospital
don't think
for
we've
and stuff.
understood it enough, honestly.
And
Going to the hospital doesn't help. What are they going to do? Give you chemicals so that way you don't feel
no,
the feels anymore?
what I'm saying is I've been to that type of like level of depression where I was just gonna give up on everything,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not, and I'm saying this because I don't like people to think, oh, everybody says they're depressed and, they really don't know what depression is. Like, I've been through it.
Right.
And, and one thing that helped me not want to take my life anymore and be stronger, not let it affect me so much is I don't care anymore what people think. I don't care about religion anymore. The only thing I care about is how I feel and what I believe in, And like how I tell you, I don't know what's gonna happen after death. I'd like to believe there's a heaven. And nobody can tell me no because they don't know the truth. Nobody does.
Sure.
I stopped looking for the purpose of what's the purpose in life because nobody knows. Nobody knows.
I think it's more important to figure out why you're sad rather than actually, because not caring isn't the reason that you want to kill yourself or like just wanting to give up on everything. You have a reason to give up on everything, and that's why sometimes you don't do anything. Is because you need that moment of clarity for yourself.
Yeah, and but a lot of things come along with that too. It's not just, oh, this is the reason why I'm sad, I'm not gonna be sad about it anymore. No, like a lot of things add up to the depression, to the sadness,
Right. Yeah.
And
it's like the pressure of society and
yeah.
Like, having to, like, for example, the freaking devs, right? They're in constant stress because they gotta make sure that they keep good appearances for all of their games, not just Overwatch, because like that's the entirety of Blizzard.
Yeah, and I used to have that fear so much too, Reggie, because when you work, you get all this anxiety, all this fear, all this, what ifs kind of thing, especially when it's a job that's not yours. You know what I mean? Like you're not the boss of it. There's never a lot of what you call it, security, I want to say.
Yeah.
And with me, like being married, going through a lot of challenges in my marriage and in life, for example, bills, just things that happen in life. I've noticed that you really don't have control of anything. The only thing that you can do is, how you're gonna deal with it and respond to the situation that you're in. And if you do something and it fails, oh well, what's gonna happen? Are you gonna die? Who's gonna care? Nobody's gonna care.
That's
before I used to be like, but
you want me to kill myself right now? Is that what you're trying to say?
What I mean is, like, for example,
if I lose my job, sad.
It is very sad.
To be at least kind of uplifting, right? But you're just making it a tragedy.
But you're not letting me. Let me finish what I'm saying. Like, for example, if I lose my job right now, right? Who's gonna care? Nobody. What's gonna happen to me? Nothing. Like,
I mean, that's not particularly true. There's a multitude of things that could happen. Your mom could die tomorrow, and freaking you could end up homeless because you no longer have a very stable place to be in.
And then what, Reggie? Then what?
Exactly. And then your brother and your sister decide, oh my god, we got to take the reins here. All right.
And then you're homeless, and then what? What's gonna happen?
And
nothing. Except, you know what? you're what you
Like you're
have in
taking
the
care of
end,
people by
or
people
what?
that care,
Yeah, and
proving your theory is incorrect.
why don't you want to listen to me? And why do
Because
you
you're
keep
being
wanna
really
fighting
fucking
with me?
depressing. And
No,
I'm
I'm
not willing to
not.
hear it, honestly. You are.
What I'm saying is that, like, in the end, whatever happens, it's up to you, like, on how you're gonna deal with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you have to be strong enough to be like, this isn't the end. There's still something else out there for me. Even though if you hit the lowest of, of your life, it's not the end.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean to give up. There's always something out there for you to do, to try. There's always something that you can do to be okay. There's never going to be a situation where you're not going to be okay.
Right.
And that has given me a lot of strength because, what if I want to try something and I'm scared to try it?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people don't try those things and they fall into depression. They feel sad because they don't think they can do it. But I mean, you try it, and if you fail, you fail. Like, nobody is gonna be mad at you. Nobody is gonna be disappointed at you. Nobody. I mean, at least you tried it and you did your best, and then you go and try something else until you find something that sticks.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's what I'm saying. I don't think there's ever anything in life that you'll experience where you won't be okay.
Right.
They're tough. There's tough situations, yeah. But it just all depends on how strong you are of a person, how strong your mind is, and how willing you are to move on. And
Right.
not let yourself get torn down and be like, this is it, I'm just gonna kill myself. What's the point? There's a lot of reasons to live.
Yeah. That's true. But what I was saying about like the devs and stuff, right? For example, being in a box is very demeaning, right? So like being at school is very similar because at the end of the day, you don't actually get to create your own stuff, right? Except if you go into like art class and maybe like you do some writing. But
Yeah.
other than that, it's very demeaning to be in a classroom and doing the exact same thing that our parents have been doing for centuries. And then like there's just no room for genuine freedom, right? So like if you go to work, right, you're getting paid to do your job, but some people get paid to go to the job, sit there for 6 hours, 6 to 8 hours, shit, 6 to 12 hours even, right? And then the audacity to like force to hold us in that place due to our own religion, right? Because they always say that like God took 7 days to create the heaven and the earth, right? And then afterward, on the 7th day, like, or the 6th and 7th day, he took a break.
Yeah.
And that's the reason that like we kind of have 2 days off, and then the rest of the week we work. And I can understand if that's fair, but to be fair, we don't actually know if that happened.
Yeah.
Because for God, if he is God, he doesn't have to put a whole lot of effort into thinking about it. Will you stop pulling me? Jesus,
I was trying to
man.
pull the Kiriko.
I can't believe that just happened. but yeah, like essentially what I'm saying, right, is that the creativity of a person is dwindled when they are forced to be in a single place for too long, right? And because you're in that place for too long, you don't actually have any choice to grow and to expand your mind and all that other good stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
That's true. That's
yeah.
very true. And I think about that a lot of times too. Like for example, when I'm working, like it's a crippling feeling.
Yeah, that's the word right there. It's a crippling part of existence to be to shove ourselves into a box, and not just me, just like everybody except for farmers. Farmers are the only ones that have like that genuine freedom. Well, yeah, because they can think about just about whatever, right? But the thing is that they can't socialize. That's the problem for them. Like you guys in the office can socialize, yes, but at the end of the day, yeah, you guys understand. You guys totally understand. Because at the end of the day, you know, being able to go outside is where a lot of people get out and get their ideas. Like you think people that make movies, they stay inside all day? No, they experience life and then think of something profound, remember it, write it down, and then they add that part to the movie because it could be really cool to have something profound in that movie. Get off my freaking shit. But yeah. And
Yeah.
when they made this game, right, I could tell that they were upset because I started to understand where Overwatch came from, right? And when you don't change the characters, you're sad, bro. You don't want to think about anything else. You know what I mean? Like I can completely
Yeah,
understand
because
that.
like it stops creativity too, and like, and this is in a lot of jobs too. Like, a lot of people lose their sight as to what their potential could be. You know?
Exactly. Yeah. Like really dwindling the potential. Like you think that these characters would stay, especially Zen. You think that these characters would stay the exact same forever? They wouldn't. That's why it was kind of disappointing when I saw that you guys had recreated Overwatch just with a few new extra characters, right? Because at the end of the day, you know, I want to see that you guys actually enjoy what you're doing for your game. You know?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say they don't enjoy, because they are releasing characters.
No, but that's not the
understand.
point. That's not the point. It's the insanity of the realization of the truth, right? Because
Oh, okay.
when you're constantly doing the exact same thing over and over, and then you're trying to improve the game, but then it's just like, but these characters are all right as they are, right? And then you go,
Yeah.
well, what if we switch it up a bit? And then somebody in the background goes, nah, that doesn't sound like an entirely good idea, right? So now somebody
Yeah.
has destroyed your confidence to actually do your job, right? And
Yeah.
and then shit. Yeah.
Oh my god.
So we're all survivors out here. We just do it differently. We went from sticks and tigers to fighting ourselves every single day. Trying to just find a good reason to continue. Where do you think you're going? I'm not going after Tracer, that's stupid. All these characters are dumb to go after. Oh my god. Everybody's got movement now. It's alright, it's alright. I'm alright with it.
Once more into the breach.
But yeah, it's good to see like this part of the game, right, where like everything has changed and not just the characters, like the look of the characters, the story, you know, like the origin. That kind of stuff is important, you know. Because you can't just be like, oh, I'm gonna take this bottle of water and I'm gonna add minerals to it and I'm gonna sell it off as my own. You know, it's like, damn, I didn't realize that you could put patent on water. Like they're really about to do the same thing with air, and that realization really fucking sucks. You know, because eventually, if global warming is a thing, right, and it's actually genuinely because of our emissions, our gas emissions from cars and stuff, right? I forgot what I was talking about. It's okay. But hey, you know what? You can tell I'm feeling better because my brain actually wants to continue the thoughts that he's having.
Oh my gosh, he wants to kill me!
I should name this one Profound Overwatch. Yeah. Punch. 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 Jump. But honestly, the Barbie movie was real as shit. I don't care if you're a man or a woman. If you're depressed and you actually want to kill yourself, then that movie is a solid cure. I'm not gonna lie.
The diva, Rich. The diva, please.
The diva?
Please turn
The
around.
diva. The diva. Come here, diva. Get back out there, diva.
The DPS isn't the problem, it's the diva.
Come here. Come here. Diva, I've already found you like 50 times. I'm just not lying. Just not willing to find it. Like re-find it is what I should say, because a lot of the things that like they're not related in whatsoever. So like at the end of the day,
there's a Pharaoh over here
it
by
kind
the
of
payload.
feels like it's
Pharaoh
not
by
even
the
there.
payload. Pharaoh by the payload.
Oh. It's not good to be in a box, is all I'm saying. And that goes for anybody. Like, I think school
Stay on the
be,
payload.
like, depending on what you're trying to learn, it should be, like, it should be an open classroom, essentially. And I think we should reinvent school because honestly, it's the definition of insanity. And a lot of people, I think, in the next few hundred years, are probably going to get more and more depressed, dependent on how they socialize. Because right now, for our generation, or no, I shouldn't say for mine, but for the newer generation, a lot of young women do not care. Or for men, for that matter, young men don't care either about actually sticking to like one person, because they're like what they're looking for isn't love, it's the freedom, right? So like every single day we put ourselves into a box, we stay there, and we constantly run our minds through this system of control, right? So every day we're pretty much the exact same when it comes to like as a species, right? But when it comes to like the mentality and the trauma that comes with the DNA from our parents and so on, because that is a thing, right? So like if I'm an angry person, right, but I'm not an angry person to my kid, but that kid is also angry person to everybody else, that means that he
Yeah.
still has a bit of myself, of like what is
Yes.
left in me in that kid, right? So like at the end of the day, what we lack is a severe amount of freedom and creativity in our lives,
I agree.
right?
Like, if I got my freedom taken away, like, let's say my mom tells me, "Oh, you can't leave the house, you can't go anywhere," you know,
Mhm.
I I literally would want to die. I wouldn't want to. I'd be so sad, Reg, because I know that's what makes me feel alive. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah. And by the way, my Winston takes no skill. I'm not thinking at all right now. But I am enjoying his movement. I'm not gonna lie to you. This level of movement is actually perfect for him because when you're a tank and you're making like a full frontal assault, it's hard to not take damage, even if you do throw the shield out there.
Yeah.
Do you think they know that I'm here?
Yes. Yes, they know.
Don't fucking fight me. What's wrong with you? Go to sleep. Oh, and by the way, after I made these realizations, right, like these moments of truth, I fell straight to sleep. I was just like, man, I haven't been this level of sleepy for like a while. And I say sleepy because like it's not toxic at all for me to stay awake at that moment. Like it was like a genuine choice as to whether or not I wanted to like stay awake or not. So like after that movie, I laid down 2 fat ass tears, like just 2, and I thought it was super weird, right? But I was like, damn, those are the heaviest tears I've ever laid, bro. It's like laying an egg for the first time, but it's like 5 pounds heavier than you would expect it to be. So yeah, I got a lot of respect for should I say my developers? For our developers is what I should say. Yeah, there's no possession here, so. At the end of the day, I don't want you guys to look at what I'm showing you guys and just being like, damn, that's really fucking sad, man. Right? Look at it as like a beacon of hope rather than just like, damn, this is making me not want to be in this placement right now. To know. But I'm okay. Well, I think there are a few things that are still left within me to deal with properly, because after those 2 tears, I could feel that I wanted to.
Oh my god!
I could feel that I still wanted to die, right? But not as heavily as I did before. You know, I shouldn't say die. That's not the cause. That's not the cause. There's something else in my mind that I still have yet to deal with, and it still sits heavier, but just know I'm 10 pounds lighter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah. And this one. Go. Back out for the team. Yeah. That's why sometimes my Lucio and everything isn't that good. It really just depends on how I'm feeling. Maybe it's like my fear to be accepted as a person. I don't know, because I am quite the oddball, and my ideas and such are.
And that's like one of the things, Serge, that I'm saying that you shouldn't worry about as to who you are as a person, or you know what your point of life is, because you do have a point.
Yeah.
You know, everybody does, and you shouldn't be comparing your point of life as to everybody's life.
Well, yeah,
Not
that's my
everybody's life
point.
is the same. You
That's
know?
my point. Yeah, no, that's the point. That's what I'm saying about religion. It's because we based it, we gave ourselves a set of rules, and
Yeah.
we live a very particular type of way because of religion.
And that's what I used to do, live by those rules. And when I stopped following the rules,
It's a breath
I'm
pressure.
such. It is. I'm so happy because I've noticed, like I tell you, nobody's really gonna care. Like, you might get judged a little bit. They might see you a little bit different,
Well,
but
that's not their job to deal with that.
exactly. And it's not like they depend on you. You know, it's not like their whole existence is dependent on you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Is that a double kill? That better be better than a double kill. I like that you can't see the shield first.
Richie,
Like,
I
there's
have
like a
no idea
moment
how
of
you
build-up.
heal.
Who, me?
I have no idea how to heal with Zenyatta in this
I don't
mode.
either. It's okay. It's working out. Don't worry about it. Just keep doing the. You're a damage support, not a support anymore. It's okay. I'm not. I'm like I said. I still got a few things to deal with, but other than that, I'm like, I'm childlike right now. I feel like I just took a fresh shower. I took an energetic shower. Plus, a lot like when it comes to like the men's society too, right? Like we don't give a fuck about each other's feelings really. Like we can talk about some things that are relatable, but at the end of the day, sometimes we just don't give a shit. You know?
Really? Is that really true?
Yeah. And I
Like,
know
if your
that.
friend comes and tells you how he feels,
Like if
you
he tells me that, oh, I wanna kill myself, I'm more like, come on, dude, let's go get a drink or something. All right. But I'm not much of a drinker.
Would you not care?
I mean, what else
that
am I
he
gonna
feels
do?
that way?
What do you want me to do? Suck him off? I'm not gonna do that.
Well, like maybe he feels lonely. Maybe like he needs
Yeah, let's
somebody
go find
by
this dude a
his
girlfriend.
side.
Let's go to the bar, get some drinks, maybe find a girlfriend. You know, who knows? That's all I'm saying. You know? It's like men
Yeah,
can only
okay.
do so much for each other, but like when it comes to like father to son, if you're not a healthy father, it's very unsettling to try to figure out what's wrong with you when it's not your fault that it's wrong with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I might have not have explained that correctly, but okay. So like the people that are watching this, you know, if you grew up and you were like, man, why do I do that? Alright, it's probably not your fault that you do that. Like,
Oh man.
so yeah. Oh my god, she's got the ball. Oh yeah. Sometimes even depression can be passed on. But
Yes, it's true, and it's actually scientifically proven. Depression is passed down.
Through DNA.
It's Yes, it is a hereditary thing. And
Because the point of
apparently,
DNA is to be able to pass down anything that helped you survive. So if you survived your depression, that technically helped you to survive and should be passed down.
oh, you know what also gets passed down apparently?
His dick? What?
Um,
Just kidding.
is oh my god, what's it called? Trauma. Trauma.
Yeah, that's what
You
I
carry
said.
your father's trauma, not depression, but the trauma.
Yeah, but sometimes the source of that depression is the trauma. It's the same thing. Like, if you come out the pussy depressed, it's because your mom or your dad was depressed. Or, like, if you have a serious, a serious addictions as well, that could also be a thing. So if my parents ever say, "You're not my son," I'm gonna be happy that they say it. Because at least I'm better off than they are today. And I can be proud of that. I think. I don't know. I guess part of the issue is trying to heal them, but it feels like once you're an adult, like you're kind of set into your ways. You know what I mean? Like, me personally, I came out the pussy depressed, but not for the reason that you think, right? Like, me being happy was like a default because I was a youngin and my hormones and all that other stuff, depending on the chemicals in your head is what makes you happy, right? And of course, certain things can like bring you dopamine and all that, but it doesn't always particularly mean that you're actually happy. True happiness is without a chemical, and it comes in a form of peace that has no real reason, right? And it's like, do I need the reason for peace? And it's like, no, you don't. You are the peace.
You don't. Yeah. And not a lot of people realize that. And only so much people can realize that and actually feel that way.
Right. Like, honestly, I can say that today's hoes are yesterday's widows. You know what I mean, Wicked? So, like, thousands of years ago, if you died to a fucking tiger, you're probably a little bit more susceptible today to be able to, like, just switch up really quick or not give a fuck about your partner in general. Because it really just, like you said, it really just depends on how you deal with it.
Select your
Why not? Yeah, it's full send. Whomever's here, I'm playing them. That's the real shit, though. You know? Like, a lot of streamers go out there and they just, like, try to have fun. Well, that's, like, the problem, dude. You shouldn't have to try to have fun. It's like those two dudes that is, like... what was it? What is it? Oh, those two guys that just, like, stand in front of each other. And he goes...
Cheers, monk.
How do you use Anna's jetpack? Is it a perk?
What?
Anna's jetpack?
On this jetpack. Oh, fuck is this? What does that do? Does he really need that? Or respectfully overpowered? Oh, so it fires two at the same time. Shit, I don't know how to play. That's the Reaper. What was I saying though? Yeah, I still have a little bit, but like now it's just like a whole different issue. Like I just don't want to kill myself. Like I have a bit of hope, and I actually want to live. Just staring at him. Yeah, like the duality of men is like if you're feeling kind of weak, deal with it. You know what I'm saying? You're such a dick. I let you live the first time, you jackass. It took him a second. I'm gonna do my little dancey dance in front of him, see what he does. Let's see if this Reaper is El Beeper. It's like the fuck?
Nobody help me.
Come on, man. You're not gonna join me? You're not gonna join me? No? Alright. That dude's sad too. I can tell. That's how you can tell though, you know, like some people don't want to play the same game every day. And that's just part of our like existence. We're not supposed to do the same thing every day, you know. For thousands of years. Hey. Should have just ulted on it though. Make me stupid. But a lot of people are depressed though, you know, nobody wants to do their job. Like me personally, I don't think you should have like you shouldn't have a leaving Wraith form grants 30% movement speed for 2 seconds. Aw, see, that's not... I don't want that for Reaper, because that's the whole point of having these supports. Like, now, you know what, I'll full send it, let's see how it goes. Like that. I'm so bad though. I'm not good with it. But the whole point of Reaper, right, is like when he says you need to find somebody to somebody that would reach out. I feel like that's the whole point, right? I guess he feels pretty balanced, all things considered. He's not OP, as long as I don't play it right. Damn it. I ain't never gonna kill this dude. He was on me the whole time. He was like, alright, I'm ready for you. You're not done, buddy. Buddy boy, chum pal friend. Buddy boy, chum pal friend. Just a little bit. I feel got some healing to do. That is why I'm a support character on a daily basis. Cast Shadow Step cast time and cooldown are 25% faster, but the range is reduced by 25.
Oh no, you have to kill me.
I got you, man. It's a good movie. The Barbie movie was surprising to me because I thought it was just gonna be full of cheese and like some stupid comedy, right? Or maybe it was gonna be like so chick flick that I wouldn't even want to finish it. You know what I mean? But honestly, that was some really profound shit, and I gotta admit, it's a pretty good movie. He's after me. Jeez, man. One Reaper versus the other. But yeah, that's what I mean. I don't think he should have a Reaper should have a speed up for himself. It seems kind of odd. Because like when you use Shadow Step, right, and if you give the not Shadow Step, becoming ethereal, right?
Mm-hmm.
The whole point of being able to have that is so that way you can oh my god, why'd I do that? Bro, will you die? I know this motherfucker's not gonna die. Get back here, you pussy. Get back here. Don't run from my ultimate. I feel like a kid again. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like a fresh baby boy. Energetically, that is. I should mention that. Not physically, but energetically.
Damn. Okay, well, I'm gonna go.
What do you mean you're gonna go? Where are you going?
I'm gonna go pick up my sister. I should be
gotta
back in
eat.
like 20 minutes.
I gotta eat. I just realized that
Did
that
you
food
order
is
your food?
Yeah, I just realized that that food is probably sitting outside cold.
Oh no. Okay, well,
It's
I'll be
okay.
back then.
Order delivery at 6:12. Oh, it just got here. Nice.
Alright, I'll be back then.
All right, see you guys later.